Hello and welcome to the Knitterarium podcast. This is episode 9 and my name is Ruth. I'm a knitwear designer from Westmeath in Ireland, where this podcast is coming to you from. Today is Saturday the 11th of February and thank you for coming and spending some of your time with me. I appreciate it, especially as there is a wide choice of podcasts out there. The places you can find me are on my website at knitterarium.com. You can find me on Instagram as Knitterarium, and there is also a Ravelry group called Knitterarium. If you just search under the groups tab on Ravelry, you should be able to find us. But I'll put all the links down below so it's easy for you to access those. The sections and things I have to talk to you today are, I have some design corner, some happy feet, I have some news about the Cal, small amount of treasure trove, a little bit of on the Shawl Shelf, and a little bit of crafty mishmash. So I think we'll get started. So let's get started with Design Corner. We're starting with the Design Corner this episode because for the last 2 weeks that's where the majority of my work has been. I think I told you on the last episode that I was finishing up with Sive. I can't remember, was I finished with Sive or was she just finishing, but on the mannequin today is the finished and blocked and completed Sive. She is currently with my test knitters, and as soon as it's finished there she will be ready to be published. I have also finished up another design pattern, and it also is with test knitters at the moment. I don't have it to show you just yet. On the next episode I'll bring that up and pop it onto the mannequin for you to see. It is called Misty Air, and just like Dying of the Light was inspired by a poem and the evening sky, Misty Air was also inspired by a poem, but this time it was one of my own poems. So I'm looking forward to sharing that with you all. The other thing that I have been working on, and if you've been following me on Instagram you'll have seen that I have started to work on the socks that I spoke about in the last episode. This is the first venture for me down into designing socks for Knitterarium. So this here would be sock 1. This pattern is called To Darcy with Love. It is inspired by Mr. Darcy of Pride and Prejudice. I love Pride and Prejudice. It is one of my favourite books. My daughter is called Elizabeth, and I love the books. So I chose Darcy for my first inspiration for sock knitting. So this is sock 1. I've knit the cuff and the leg on this one so far, and the yarn I'm using is Sherwood yarns. This is the blue steel colourway. I think we have the tag. I'll just root around. Root in my bag. Yeah, Sherwood yarns. This is blue face Leicester sock and in the blue steel colourway. That is sock 1. I'm rooting around in this bag, can't find it now. I have sock 2. I have sock 2 in here. Oh, it's all a mess. It's a big old jumbled mess in there. Sock 2, I have just started the leg pattern, and the cuff is already knit, and that, so there's just a little. I am knitting these on my 2.25 Chowgo DPNs, and I'm making good progress on that. Now that I have finished and completed the 2 shawls I had been designing and working on, I'm able to spend a little bit more time on that. Those I'm housing in my Daisy Stitches project bag. also for with the designing, I normally have maybe 1 or 2 projects on the needles as far as being knit up. So with only just the socks on the needles, it is, this week I will be casting on another, shawl. Excuse the crinkling now. This is the yarn I'm using for the next sample knit I'm knitting up. This wonderful purple. This is Life in the Long Grass, 100% superwash merino. This is in a specially dyed up purple for me. Sive is one of the Ladies of Legend collection shawls. This purple is for the next shawl in that collection, and it is called Aching. I'll put the spelling of that up on the screen, which I'm pretty sure it won't be anything like how I'm pronouncing it. It's Aching, and I'll pop that up on the screen, and hopefully I'll have some more progress to show on that in the next episode. That I'm going to house in. This is also another Daisy Stitches bag. These lovely rain clouds. I think they're lovely. So that's all I have for you for Design Corner. So we shall move on to Happy Feet. So, Happy Feet. I'm just all my project bags are down here beside me. In my Eldenwood craft bag are my vintage fairy lights. The yarn I'm using for my vintage fairy lights, the pattern is by Helen Stewart of The Curious Handmaid. I'm just finding the front cover of, here we are. This is the pattern, Vintage Fairy Lights by Helen Stewart. The yarn I'm using for this is Elm Tree yarns in the Marley colourway. I think I have the tag here. I do. So Elm Tree yarns, the Marley colourway. This is superwash merino nylon and silver stellina. And I love this yarn. It's just so soft. I can't wait to get these socks off the needles and wear them. So sock 1, I was sparse here the last day. So I finished the Fairy Lights pattern on this, and I had just started the leg. So I finished up the leg on that, and then I put it to one side while I worked on sock 2. I have just started now the heel flap on this one. I'm knitting these on 2.25 Knit Pro Zings. That's sock 1, and again more rooting in the bag. Sock 2 is tangled up. Sock 2, okay. Sock 2 I had just finished the Fairy Light section the last day. So I knit the leg and the heel flap. I have turned the heel and I have picked up the gusset stitches. So I'm ready to decrease on the gusset and continue on with the foot on sock 2. So that's sock 2, and that is sock 1. That is the only pair of socks I have on the needles, and I'm enjoying those immensely. This is the pattern that, not the pattern. This is the project that ends up coming in the car with me while I'm doing school pickups, and if I have meetings to go to. This project tends to come with me. It's nice and handy, small and portable, so I bring that one with me. At the moment I have no desire to cast on a second pair of socks, but my 2 Darcy with Love, I am debating knitting those in a slightly lighter colour to to fully show off the design and patterning on them. So if I decide that, I'll cast that on. That'll be a second pair of socks on the needles, and I think that would be enough. So that's really all I have in the Happy Feet section. I think we will move on the shawl shelf. So on the shawl shelf, I spoke to you the last day, again in my Eldenwood craft bag. I spoke to you the last day about my Levantry shawl. I'll just find the picture. The Levantry shawl by Sarah Jordan. Sorry for the black and white picture. I never print my patterns in colour. I had started this as part of the Indie Gift Along last November and December. And I had a couple of stripes left to finish. Where was I? There's the progress marker. So I was here. I had all this knit, all these stripes knit, and I was as far as here. So I had a couple more stripes to go. And as you can see, I have started on the lace section before just before the border. I think I'm about 4 rows into it. It's all very scrunched up on the needles. So there we go. That's the yarns I'm using for this. Colour 1, this colour here, is this yarn here by Karina of Strand Designs. This is her card here. This is Pumpkin Passion. It is 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon. That was colour 1, and then colour 2, which I'm using for just for the lace here, and in contrast for the stripe section, is Madeleine Tosh Prairie. This is a lace weight yarn, so I'm just holding this doubled. That's colour 2. I know I have been saying I did hope to have this off the needles by this podcast, but I was so busy with the other shawls, and the last day Sive I'm nearly sure was still on the needles. I was just finishing off the border, so I finished her and I knit another shawl. in that 2 weeks. That shawl is finished, blocked, and I've been working on the socks, so I didn't really get a lot of time to spend on Levantry, but it is so close to being finished. It might be finished for the next podcast. I'm really looking forward to having this one off the needles and being able to wear it. So that is Levantry. That's all I have for on the shawl shelf. We will move on to our knit along news. Our Knitterarium Year of You, Sean Cal. I'm tripping up over my own name. The last day. The last day I gave you a little introduction to Fiona, one of our sponsors for the Year of You Shawl Can, and today I have our second quick interview with Kate of Hawthorn Cottage, who is also a sponsor for the first themed cal that we're running. January and February's theme is Spoil Yourself. So there's another couple of weeks to finish up the shawls and get them entered to win the prizes. If you check out the last episode or the Year of You Shawl Cal thread in the Ravelry group, you will see the prizes for this month's theme. Kate's prize is this beautiful bucket bag in this wonderful, gorgeous Italian fabric with lovely red bottom, and the handle here, that is the same as the inside lining on it, and it has this lovely big button here. I have one of Kate's bucket bags here, which is just like this, so that's what it's like. And we have, I sent Kate the same set of questions that I sent to Fiona. So I'll just read you out her answers and we can get to know Kate a little bit better. Any of the links to Kate, both her shop and where she is on Instagram, will also be down below in the down bar, and they'll also be in the episode show notes, which I don't think I mentioned. They will also be in the Ravelry group, so you'll be able to find all the links to Kate there. So the first question I asked Kate was who she was and where we could find her. So she is Kate Nichol and her business is Hawthorn Cottage Craft. We can find her on Etsy as Hawthorn Cottage Craft, and Kate is active on Instagram, and you'll be able to find her at Kate_Hawthorn Cottage Craft on Instagram. She has also started up a podcast recently, so you should check her out. The next question I asked Kate was how did she get started in sewing, and she says she began sewing as a child. She had a little toy sewing machine, but she really began sewing when her dad taught her to sew on her grandmother's treadle Singer machine. Her skills developed a bit further at school, and very often while she's working now on something, particularly clothing, she can still hear her home economics teacher in her head. I can hear my home economics teacher in my head too, but definitely wasn't encouragement for my sewing skills. Have you been sewing and making projects long? I asked Kate, and she has been making project bags for the last 2 years, although she only launched her shop on January 31st last year, so she is just a year old. Congrats on the anniversary, Kate. I asked Kate if she had any favourite items that she liked to sew. She obviously loves making bags, but she also loves making clothes for herself, and that's something that she wants to improve on. I asked Kate where does she get her inspiration from. She likes her bags to be practical and transportable, so her ideas work around that. Inspiration really though just comes from the vast array of beautiful fabrics that are available, and she really does. She has some beautiful bags in her Etsy shop. Some of the fabric is quite gorgeous, so it is. I asked Kate if she had any exciting plans for 2017. She has a few ideas brewing and they will hopefully come to fruition soon. And she is also running a collaboration with Fine Fish Yarns, which is being released in a few weeks. So she says the details will be on Instagram, so do check her out on Instagram. She's Kate_Hawthorn Cottage Craft. So if you keep an eye out there, you'll be sure to catch that collaboration. I was part of a collaboration she had done with Terry of Fine Fish Yarns last year, the summer sorbet yarn that I knit a pair of socks in last year, the toe-up socks. That was a collaboration between Kate and Terry of Fine Fish Yarns, and it was beautiful. There was a matching bag as well. I don't have it with me at the moment. Beautiful bag, and the yarn was gorgeous, and the two ladies worked wonderfully well together. So do be sure to keep an eye out for that collaboration. And the last question I asked Kate was, as a prize donor for the Spoil Yourself Cal, how do you like to spoil yourself? And Kate says that she likes to spoil herself with yarn and more yarn. So I like her idea of spoiling herself. She also loves the sea, and she's lucky enough to live and work close to it. So if she needs a me day, she takes herself off for a walk along the coast, and if the weather is right, she brings her knitting along. Otherwise, she just stays home in beside the fire and knits. So that sounds really lovely, so it does. That's definitely also my idea of spoiling yourself. As part of the Spoil Yourself theme, I have been knitting my Airnafarga shawl. The Airnafarga shawl is from the Summer Memories collection, and it is knit in a lace weight yarn. I decided I would knit this version in 4-ply, but I chose two colours. So I have a 2-colour 4-ply version that I'm working on, and where is the project? Oh, there. There is the project, the progress keeper. I can't think of the right words now. So this is the progress I have made on mine. I've only made a small bit of progress, this one section, from the last time I showed it to you, because I was deciding what I was going to do with this, with the centre section. I had worked the increase section, and of the main section I decided I would only do 2 of the 3 repeats, and I would make the centre lace section bigger. So the details and the modifications I have made to working this are on my project page. You'll find links to that in the chatter thread for the Spoil Yourself knit along thread in the Ravelry group, and I have all modifications taken down there. So if you're really interested, you'll be able to see them there. So this is my Airnafarga shawl. So I have, because I was only doing 2 of these repeats, I have that done. So I'm on the centre section. I'm on the centre section now, so I am. And I've just made that much progress. Now the yarn I'm using for this is Eden Cottage yarns. This is Flowering Current. This is Flowering Current in Pendle. It's the Pendle 4-ply yarn from Eden Cottage yarns, and it's 100% superwash merino. And the grey colour is this. This is Falkland 4-ply from Eden Cottage yarns, and it is 100% Falkland merino wool. And both of these yarns together are so soft and squishy. It is just, it's lovely. I am knitting these with my Higher Sharps as well. That's the progress on my Spoil Yourself for the January and February themed Knitterarium Year of You. The next theme will be beginning in March, so if you want to join in the fun, do check out the thread and the group on Ravelry. All the details are listed there with what March and April's theme are, and I will be posting the prizes for that, and we'll be getting to know the next prize donors for that when they come in. We'll be doing that in March and in April, so we will. If you want to be a donor or a prize donor, do just get in touch with me and let me know. It'd be lovely. Thank you very much. And I think that's all we have for our news. So we'll move on now to Treasure Trove. treasure trove. I have just one small acquisition. It is from Strand Designs. Karina is based here in Ireland. She does yarn and project bags, and I got this beautiful project bag from Karina. It's this gorgeous house fabric with lovely touches of peach, and it has this lovely peach zip, and the inside fabric matches the little handles, this lovely grey and white polka dot, and it's lovely. It's lovely and quilted, and I'll fit a small shawl in this or a pair of socks. And because I knit my socks concurrently, they'll both fit into this. So I love that. I love that project bag. That's from Karina of Strand Designs. And the last section I have for you today is the Crafty Mishmash section. I'm getting so tongue-tied. The Crafty Mishmash section. Although I made no progress on any of the projects that I showed you last week, what I do want to show you is the basket that I am housing my blanket in, my crochet blanket in. A few of you spotted it in the pictures I had on Instagram, and I said I'd give you a look at it, because this basket I got it a couple of years ago at a Christmas market from I can't even remember the name of the stall, but he handmade these beautiful wicker baskets, and I got this one. It's a little bit faded now, but it was blue and red, and this lovely handle on it, and I love this basket. It houses now the crochet blanket that I didn't make any progress on, but the basket is lovely. So I said I would show it to you because there was some eagle-eyed people who spotted it, and this is my basket. Yeah. So that's really all I have to show you for Crafty Mishmash. I didn't make any progress on any other project. I didn't do any stitching or any crochet. I didn't do anything. No. Sorry. Maybe for the next episode. So that really that brings me to the end of this episode. I want to thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to hit the like button or hit the subscribe button if you want to be kept up to date and notified of any future episodes. Yeah, so I think that's it all. I will see you in the next episode, and happy knitting. Bye!